Welcome back everyone. This week I'm just going to talk about what I do to get my inspiration, and I get it from the same place as what you guys probably get it from, and that's social media and YouTube. I thought it might be a good idea to share a couple. Now these probably aren't the best ones I've seen, but I've seen a couple this weekend. I thought I'll save that one and share with you guys. And this first one, I've got it down here, so if the odd time I do look down, I'm not reading a script, I'm just looking at the video itself. But the first one is of this woman who's pretty good at her trade, and it made me think of something, and I do think there should be a lot more women in this industry. But there's a lot of jobs within the construction industry that I think women are fully capable of doing, and this woman proves it, how good she is with the tools, in joinery work, in bespoke as well. And women in general do have a very good eye for detail, so they'd be welcomed, or I'd welcome with open arms on my projects, especially someone like this person. Now I created Tack My Renovation to give exposure to people like this person. You don't learn what she's doing just off watching reels. She's doing upholstery, she's doing bespoke joinery, and she's handy with all the tools. You know, should be a joy to employ. So yeah. So this next one is a woman, again, who is pretty handy. She knows what she's doing to a certain extent, but there's some things that are very questionable. On top of that, I mean, it's now regulation standard, British standard, to use cement board rather than a plasterboard anyway. But she's sitting the plasterboard on top of the bathtub. Now, if you are using a plasterboard like a moisture board, then it would be best to have the board and then have the bathtub butted up against the board. And then what I would always do is then silicone. I mean, I'm not on the tools myself, but what my bathroom fitter would always do is we'll then put a bead of silicone on the bathtub to the plasterboard, and then when we come to put the tile on top of the plasterboard, or if we're using a plastic panel, PVC plastic sheet, put that on top of the plasterboard, it's already got a seal underneath underneath the tile, but then it's also going to get another seal of silicone on top of the tile or the plastic. So it's sealed twice to prevent water from, if water does actually get in, it's to prevent water getting down the bathtub. Watching these reels do give you inspiration, but my point is that I'm trying to get across is, just because it inspires you, oh, it can be done this way, it's always good to get a professional to actually do the job, because someone watching this video and just following it step by step wouldn't do what I've just said. This one here, and I'll just play it because I've got it down here, is of a couple, and it's a really neat job what they've done. You can see they've just got standard timber planks and made it very rustic with the tools that they're using by just digging into it, cutting into it, and not sure what they put on there to give it that dark, authentic look. And you can see they put the strip on, or the timber on the upside of the ceiling, and they'll have screwed that in to the joist above, and then they'll have used, and what you can't see in the video is that they'll have used a wood glue within what they've made to then fit it. It's obviously got the nail sticking down as well, so it'll be the nails holding it, but that won't secure it completely, just the nails on its own. So they'll have put a wood glue in there. So if you're following that reel thinking, oh, I can do that myself, and you miss out the wood glue bit because that's not showing there on that reel, then it's going to be a hazard. And then sometime in the future, some child, or not even a child, an adult would walk under there, it drops, and game over. You know, it can cause serious injury, it could be a fatality. So that's why it's always good to get the professionals in. Yes, you can try things yourself, but at the same time, by doing that, you run the risk of it not working, and so you are throwing money down the drain. Anyway, check in with me next week. I'm going to talk about different things, not just in the construction industry, but just what I do outside of work, which is triathlon, which I'm an amateur at. Let me tell you. But I'll go into other subjects as well. So I'll see you next week.